Text. Take note.
Video 1. What is primary prevention?
This series was filmed on the traditional lands of the Wurundjeri Woiwurrung people of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples, past and present, and we value Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander histories, cultures and knowledge. The host in this video, Talie, speaks individually while seated within a studio.
Hey, I'm Talie, and this is video 1 of Take Note, a series that makes it easy to understand violence against women and girls with disabilities and how we can prevent it. In this episode, we'll learn how common violence against women and girls with disabilities is, what primary prevention is, and how primary prevention can help stop violence by changing systems, practices, and ideas that drive violence. How common is violence? Women and girls with disabilities are more likely to experience violence over a longer period of time in different places and by a wide range of people compared to people without disabilities. This violence can happen anywhere, at home, on the bus, or in hospitals. Strangers and even people we trust, like friends and carers, can be violent, controlling, or threatening in their behaviour. Violence doesn't just mean someone hitting you. It can also include having choices made for you against your will, someone not taking care of you, or controlling what you can or can't do. There are different ways to look at why violence happens. If we use a socio-ecological view, some big causes of violence include common beliefs we share in society, the way our systems work, and how we think about the things like gender and disability. Using an intersectional feminist view lets us see how different parts of society, like schools, laws, and healthcare, treat certain groups unfairly. While all women face discrimination and violence, women and girls with disabilities face even more discrimination, which compounds and leads to more violence against them. So how can we stop this violence before it starts? By using a primary prevention approach. What is primary prevention? The primary prevention of violence is about stopping violence by tackling what causes violence in the first place. It can help us identify and challenge things like gender inequality, discriminatory views about disability, and the systems that both allow violence to happen and create barriers for women and girls with disabilities. To make a real difference, we all need to work together. That means getting everyone involved. Systems, organisations and people across communities, including men, to stand against violence and make sure women and girls with disabilities are included in every part of life. Join us as we learn about disability, violence against women and girls with disabilities, and how we could use primary prevention strategies to stop it.
Text. This video is part of a suite of Changing the Landscape practice resources, produced in partnership by Our Watch and Women with Disabilities Victoria, and supported by the Australian Government Department of Social Services. We thank every project participant that has helped to make this practice resource series. Thank you for generously and boldly sharing your experiences, expertise, and for your leadership in calling for much needed change. Visit ourwatch.org.au or search Changing the Landscape online to find out more about our work and steps everyone can take to prevent violence against women and girls with disability. Violence is not inevitable, it is preventable. Our Watch, Women with Disabilities Victoria.